All right, ready to start doing the problem statement? No, problem statement, the flow chart. Okay, we got our problem statement here. And then we're going to go ahead and let me move this over. And here is our flow chart. Again, I've done some ahead of time just because you should be able to do this now. Here are all my markups: 1, 2, 3, 5, 500, just like here. I have my 3 inputs here, 1, 2, 3. I have my 2 pieces of math down here, and then I have all my outputs. And actually, this is exactly how you should start. You shouldn't do anything, do any decisions or logic until after you've gotten everything all set up here, so we can do our build and test methodology. So the build and test methodology says that I'm going to make this my first decision. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And then I'm going to add right here an if condition, and that condition is going to be original costs greater than high cutoff. If that's true, then I'm going to do this assignment, and that is Control C. On the right is high price rate. On the left, markup rate, Control C, Control V. And now I can actually go ahead and test to see if this is actually going to work. It's going to ask me 2 questions I don't need to answer, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's take a look at our test data. So this is going to be our first test one right here. What is the original cost? $10,000. It's going to ask me, I didn't do a good job there. I'm going to fix that. So I'm just going to put a 9 in here so it doesn't, I don't have to bother typing quotes. Opulent, 9. So the original cost is 10,000 and the markup amount is 0. Final price is 10,000, so that's not right. So let's see what went wrong here. Markup rate, high markup rate, and how did that end up being different? All right, let's go back and check our thing. So this is high price markup rate, Control C, and this is high price markup. So there's your problem. All right, so not sure how that went bad, but it's always good that something goes wrong while I do this so that you can see yourself. Okay, well, then we had to fix it. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then 9, haven't fixed that yet. 9, haven't fixed that. So 10,000. Now we have the right markup, right? 50,000. And 60,000 is the final price. So we marked it up 5,000, right? So from 10,000 to $60,000 because anyone who's willing to pay that much will be willing to pay an unknown amount. Their lawyers will go ahead or their accountants will pay off the bill. I have some other problems here. So let's take a look at what they are. Well, that's working. Is the cost? Let's just get rid of this. Consider that's. There we go. Same with this. It's a little bit too wordy. Does the customer live in an opulent zip code? Actually, that's not so bad. Okay, so that's okay. So now that we finished that one, now we have to move on to the next. So the next one is an else if crazy rich, right? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it over here. And then I'm going to change it to crazy rich yes. Control C. Control V. And then if it's true, I'm going to change this, Control C, the markup rate, Control V. So that's easy enough. The other thing is I'm not going to ask this crazy rich question unless that's false. So I'm going to drag crazy rich down here. And I'm not going to ask for opulent zip code if crazy rich is yes. So I'm going to grab this one and move it down here. So you can see how I'm building the flow chart the way it needs to be. And so you can see now it works much better because if I do 10,000 like I did last time, it doesn't ask me all those questions. So now we're going to do the crazy rich. So I forgot to look at the thing. So let's do a $100 order. And let's say yes to crazy rich. It's not going to ask me any more questions. So $100. So it goes up. Crazy rich is 3. So 100 to 300 is what they're marking up. And then 300 plus 100 is 400. And there we go. Now we just need to do the next one. And that is, I'm going to copy this, Control C, or copy, and then paste it underneath here. Okay, and then, how did this end up being twice? I'm going to get rid of this. All right, and then this has to be opulent zip code, yes. So Control C, Control V, and then this is going to be the zip code rate. Now let me show you one more thing you can do, and that is come over here and put an output. And here I'm going to do things have gone bad. Whoops. Come on now. There we go. Why am I putting that there? Well, it's just for me to test. If that thing pops up, things have gone bad because it hasn't matched. Actually, no, that's not right. Let's not do that. Things have not gone bad. Let's just do this. I'm going to put in here smallest markup. The reason why I'm putting something at the end here when I don't need to is I want to see that thing pop up to ensure that the decisions are going correctly. And then if I type in yes for crazy rich, and that pops up, that means that my problem is that things haven't been true. So it's always good to go ahead and do that. Next week, we're going to be doing error checking and error trapping, and we're going to be using that kind of thing all the time. So again, this is going to be a $100 order. Crazy Fish family is going to be no. And opulent zip code is going to be yes. And $100, that marks it up only twice. So it's 200, and 200 plus 100 is 300. So that works. And then we could do one last test to make sure everything's working right. And that is, I'm going to do a $100 order. No, they're not crazy rich. No, they don't live in an opulent. So they haven't met any of the, so they're going to get the smallest markup, $100, $100. So it's only $200. So this isn't part of our solution. If you want to leave it there, that's fine. I'm going to delete it because it really doesn't need to be there. We don't want to confuse our user. But sometimes it's good to go ahead and put something on the false side if you're checking for things, because that's going to give you an idea that something has gone bad. That's why I originally put bad, but it really isn't bad. That means that the markup. But if you put that there and we test for one of these others, then we can go ahead and say, okay, something is wrong with what we're doing. Okay, this is correct now. So let's do a couple of things. One is I haven't saved this. So let's go ahead and save this. Okay, and it's going to want to go back there first. So let's go into our student folder, 114, assignments, assignment 4, lessons, and then this is going to be the fabazon prob statement. And again, whenever you're using Notepad++, add .txt. If you don't, there will be nothing at the end of there, and your instructor will have no idea how to open it or what it is. So go ahead and make sure you do that. All right, we did that. And then we're going to come here and save our flowchart. Again, I'm going to click on View, Create Flowchart Meta File. I'm going to go into Lessons, and then here is going to be fabazonFlowChart. And again, I don't have to put anything at the end of that. I can do .emf if I want. Won't harm anything. But I just leave it alone. It'll add the .emf. Only Notepad++ won't we have that happen. All right, now we're on to code, and we'll see that in the next video.